Hello, everyone. No sound? You can't hear me? Hey, Lee and Spectre, how are you doing? Welcome to Stream Audio then, and how are we doing? Wait, let me just fix... Where's Sia? Wait. I'm good, thank you. I have a migraine, but I'm trying to ignore it. Oops. I do want to revisit some more, but today I'm kind of behind on my schedule, so I do have prioritization to line and sketch. To line 2 pages or 1.5, and sketch 2 pages. But don't worry, you will get to see your favorite character since He is in these pages. Hey Aishu, welcome. How are you doing? I hope you are enjoying your break. Yakuza, you mean the 5th installment or chapter 5 from Yakuza 0? I don't remember if you've played it or not. Okay, we'll be here, Lee. Hey Draco, welcome. Chapter 5 from Yakuza 0. Oh my god, you're playing Yakuza 0. Welcome. Welcome to let me check. What is chapter 5? Right now chapter 5 only reminds me of Deltarune. Oh, سيا لا حبيبتي لا sorry I'm very sorry بس عن جد ما بقدر. I have a bad headache and I really can't deal with my cat Sia right now. Tachibana met Kiryu at the Lotland. You're scratching the surface. I should enjoy the story. Enjoy the story. Yakuza 0 has one of the best, like, it's been forever since I played a game that unfolds, that has a structure, that unfolds the story, its secrets, it's, oh my god, I love it. I'm gonna have a, like, I'm very thankful that I do go over what I played or read or watched in the beginning of next year, but I'm so happy that it's not like my job to rank or do proper analysis of them, because man, this year I know what is my favorite number one for now, and I think it's gonna stay till the end of the year, kind of like when I read No Home. But yeah, this year, like with Yakuza 0, Levius, Deltarune chapter 5, I'm reading ORV, so who knows? But I have the biggest crush on Tachibana, so stay away. Tachibana is, oh my god, Tachibana. You know that feeling when you were 15, 13, 12, I don't know, you just come across a new series, TV show, anime, whatever, and you see a character in, I think a lot of people in Middle East are gonna relate to this, or in the region in general. We would watch an opening for an anime, and you'd spot a character, and it's like, this is the love of my life, and it turns out the same, and you're rewarded. That's Tachibana for me. I saw Tachibana and I fell in love. And I was only rewarded more and more, like the more the story progresses. I mean, it's the character that, it's the only character I drew a fan art of. There is a dynamic I drew sketches of, but like proper fan art, it was just Tachibana. I was thinking yesterday, Noir wasn't just too late, but also he wouldn't realize hadn't he saw Yildar and know what was happening to Black. If not, Noir would have been still ignorant and did nothing. You know, I drafted this question that I was gonna send on Discord. Tell me your reasons for hating Noir. It wasn't just for you, it was for the whole Discord. I asked the same question to my sister. So I guess you're answering it without me asking. And we called Lips from the opening 5-year-old me with Killua. That's what I was thinking about. Killua did that to me. Honestly, when I watched Chainsaw Man, that was my feeling for Angel as well. And it turns out that Angel is probably my favorite. Yeah, it is. But yeah, it was Killua. Like the scene in, like, for those who don't know, Hunter x Hunter 1999 was dubbed to Arabic and aired in that one major channel that aired anime back then, and they wouldn't air the official anime opening, but they would take scenes from within the series and slap a song on it, a good song. And the thing is, there was this scene, I remember in the opening of Hunter x Hunter, there's this scene where the scene when they enter the tower. So the four characters jump, Kurapika, Leorio, Gon, and Killua. They jump and they rotate the camera all around them. And I was like, oh, this white-haired boy. Just a sec, let me open the door for Sia. She probably got sad. So yeah, but I also don't have that. Like, I have a really bad migraine, first, and second, I've been doing a lot of things outside of my like, to not hurt someone. I would do, like, because we have kids over, nephew and niece. Second niece is also coming, so I'm doing a lot of do this thing that I don't really want you to do. No, stop opening this panel. Yeah, this is what I want. No offense. My offense has gone after seeing Oda's loyalty for him. I feel like it's not good to judge him so early. Oda! Oh my god, so I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you the more the story progresses. I wish I have the boldness to write a character like Oda. I genuinely do. I don't think I have that boldness. I can't wait to hear your opinion. Look at that. Yildar has the ability to float. Aishu, once you're done, if you're interested, you can check the thread. I have a thread on Discord. But don't check it now because it's full of spoilers. It's just me in that thread, and I'm just losing my mind. Where can I write? You know what? I'll check the thread. I'll try to move the spoilers up, and I will mention you there. And please do share your thoughts. Drop them there. Screenshots, no screenshots, photos. And I'll be reading. Noir as a man, as a husband, as a father is my nightmare. I definitely understand. I don't know if you were there, N, when I was playing one of these sessions where I played Body Simulator, and I was talking that... No, not this. Let me just turn off this. And I'm like, I was writing this scene, and Noir says, and Yildar says something, and Noir is like, oh, for God's sake. And I understand sometimes. I understand Noir. Sometimes Yildar just makes you want to bang your head. On the wall or something. This music, chapter 78. I blame Noir. That's fair. Definitely fair. Does he have a cup? Doesn't have anything? Okay. Wait, I think I missed a question. No, a question, a comment. Wait. Did I imagine it? You read the novel or the webtoon? The novel. Yeah, I did imagine it. I'm listening to the audiobook right now to progress the story. And once because I think only 3 audiobooks are out. The 4th is gonna be out on the 20th of July. So I might get that, but it depends. If I find another place where I can join for free for a month and get 1 book for free, because this is what I did. I joined Audible and listened to volume 1, and then I joined Everand, I think it's called, and I got the 2nd volume for free. And now I am using audiobooks.com, listening to the 3rd one. So if I find a 4th service that will give me 1 free month with 1 book for free, I'm gonna listen to the 4th, and then I'm gonna read the 5th and 6th. So I am listening to the official, but for free. Why? And N. So I wanted to title the group where Yildar and Noir are sitting, and it's called YN. Maybe this is Noir. Wondering, why do you not like me? Even though Yadar hates Noir, he is talking to him more, it seems. Or was Noir who doesn't like to talk to him? We'll have to wait and see. Free stuff hunting? Yes. Yes. Listen, I'm always tempted, but I do have 3 videos that I have to finish if I ever commit to another video on YouTube. It's the time management one, the setup one, and there's a third one that I don't remember now. But other than that, I do want to make a video about finance at some point. So once we revisit, I don't know if you like, is anybody other than N interested in revisiting Noir and Violet? Maybe, possibly. Because I do want to continue revisiting Noir and if I don't do it publicly, and you're not planning to reread, it's good to know that Noir has been visiting Yildar. It was mentioned. I don't remember in which chapter, but he has been visiting Noir. I hate Noir, but at least he's out there trying to fix his mistakes. So it seems. That's definitely what it is. Hey Elma, welcome. I hope you've been doing well. It has been a while. We did one session where, like, right now, I think we finished volume 6. So our next stream, Revisiting Noir, is gonna start with volume 7. We have Noir by the end of each chapter in the extras. Hey Andy, welcome. How are you doing? I've been meaning to catch up with Discord, but thing is, I've been behind the schedule, as I mentioned in the beginning of the stream. I've been behind the schedule because we have family visiting, and because Summer isn't working with me at all these days. It's been like the last 2 years, Summer has been rough because I get hypersomniac. I'm getting old, man. And the thing is, I'm behind schedule, so I'm trying to catch up. And every day I wake up, I have something from the day before, which I hate. I loathe it. When I wake up and I still have like toning from the previous spread or something like that. Okay, Aisha will be here. Catch up with more streams. I think we only had one. Nothing major to remember, maybe just... I had this conversation with my sister. I was asking her why you don't like noir. And I have her opinion in general, but I wanted like confirmation. As I said before, I really wanted to ask this question on Discord. Just like, give me reasons why you don't like noir. And the same thing I told her I said on stream, which is, we were talking on stream, I don't know when did we do that? That's last Saturday, right? I think N was there. And we talked about, like, is noir a womanizer? Does he hit you as a womanizer? And someone was saying, like, is it mentioned that he's actually a womanizer? And we revisited chapter 32, where it's shown. Not 32, no. 34. And I just said, and this is not confirming or anything, but I just said that, okay, so we have these events that are told through Daniel's books, which he wrote from White's perspective, which he got from Black. I guess no wonder Daniel is very interested in meeting Violet, you know? I think I'm okay this evening. The live is nice, so I'll focus on that. I'm sorry to hear that. That is loaded. It has implications. So I hope you do better and keep on keeping on. That's what I'm doing. So I guess let's try our best. Maybe it's just Noir is unlucky. We saw Jad's good points before the bad one. So me, couldn't hate him. Yeah, that's the thing. Again, one of the things that because I mentioned the discussion with my sister, because my sister said, oh, but like when I read something, I take what the author is trying to tell me at face value, like as facts. And Grey is the first manga she read. So maybe she's not really that skilled to see how manga authors play with what they want to show you and what they want to imply and stuff like that. And or not doesn't ask you that much. A lot of books do ask you, it's not just manga thing. But generally speaking, I don't know everything that she read. She's a reader though. Anyway. So the thing is, I mentioned that one of the things that I really want to do with Grey is point of views on certain events, or what do we learn about characters, and we've mentioned this before, like Grey is is a story that is presented in a way where you meet the characters like you meet new people, and you need to take your time to develop a well-rounded point of view on them, because a lot of the story is hearsay, especially with characters like we have it with Black and White, the main characters, up until volume 10, till we learn everything about them, or not everything, but you know, main things that were mentioned. So the rest of the cast is taking its time as well. So yeah, that Noir is unlucky in that regard. Noir was mentioned through, like, the first thing when we visit Noir, the first thing we got from Black is he hates dads. He was angry at White for leaving, mentioning an example of a dad that left doesn't have the right to come back and ask what happened while he was away. So when, like, now that you know what you know about Noir, about the family, you kind of, if you revisit the earlier volumes, you come across this huge pent-up anger inside Black towards his father. So yeah, he wasn't presented in a good light from the get-go. While the first appearance, quote unquote, because he didn't show up just on a phone call, the first appearance we get from Jad is him urging White to get tests because of his headaches. Hey Basant, welcome. It's been a long while. I hope you've been doing well. I'm still to my head with responsibilities, so I won't make it so many streams for a while, but oh my god, all the teasers on Instagram got me thinking. I'm starting to get more and more curious about Yildar just as a tragic person and as a force of overwhelming self-destruction. I can't wait. This volume so far has been destroying me, and I can't wait to start updating again. I started calculating how many pages I have and how many Saturdays they're gonna cover. So far we have around 8 Saturdays, so 2 months. I do want a little bit more before I start, because I wanted to release chapter 80 and then take another break, but I don't like that. I really want to go for longer without breaks. But yeah, best of luck with your responsibilities, Elma, and thank you for stopping by whenever you can. I don't know if Noir is a womanizer or more I want what I can't have. I love that. Another thing that was mentioned last stream was him being power hungry. I love that one as well. Like, when I love something, sometimes because it aligns with what I'm trying to tell, and sometimes because I'm like, wow, that's very interesting. I love that reading. So you'll never know if I'm confirming or denying. But it's very interesting. Power hungry, and now, like, I want what I can't have. Wow. Womanizer or not, the comments he had over women in general was sexist and condescending, and with how both he and Noir bonded over it, it makes sense he wasn't too different from Jad's attention-seeking habits. I'm interested about the comments, Elma. Very interested, actually. I was thinking of Black's anger for Noir lately. Yildar, when I catch you, Yildar. I love that you thought of Yildar first thing. That's cool. Well, I did mention that Yeldar saying what he said was the worst thing he's done, and what's been there? What new about the broken leg, about the broken fingers, about the broken dreams, about... Hey Tam, welcome. How are you doing? Color stuff, best of luck, Basant. Thank you for missing the manga. I miss updating the manga. I miss hearing all of your thoughts. I really do. I will wait as long as it takes. I'm so excited for this volume. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am working really, really hard. I'm finishing 2 pages a day fully. And that's a good pace. I love your dark thoughts this week for me. Enjoy it, I guess? I'm sorry, I guess? I can't wait. Like, you know what I miss? I miss when I post an update. It's a Saturday. It's 6 p.m. I post an update and I think of stuff and these stuff are mentioned, but then you mention other stuff. All of you mention other stuff, especially with the chapters I'm working on. There's maybe they will be updating 2 pages a week. And they might not have that much, but I do trust with the readership I have and what we did with Volume 10, I know that there will be talks. And this is why I do feel like there should be a proper rereading of Noir and Violet to connect it all together. I started with Noir, but I want to continue, and I do hope that at least you just go over everything before we start. If you don't, I'm sure that everyone's gonna remember each other, remind each other with certain stuff. But I do feel like glances like this, you know, the things that I love to do and hide, and the goodness that you all have, the skill that you all have to detect these things and just go wild with it. I miss that. I can't wait. I love that response. It's cool. You'll get to see them too soon. I can't wait. Okay, take your time, Andy. We'll be here. Don't work very hard. I appreciate any tiny work. Take care of yourself, even if you're excited. Thank you, thank you, and I am trying. Generally speaking, I'm thankful to the mindset I have, where I don't really. If I'm gonna die, I stop. That's the mindset I have. No, really, I know when to stop. Like, I'm not gonna ask too much of myself because I know that it's not sustainable on the long run. This chapter, should I say it? I was wondering. You know what? Once I'm done with this chapter, I'm gonna share this, maybe in the chapter discussion. But this chapter, I feel like I unlocked not unlocked something, but I managed to do something that I'm kind of happy with, writing-wise. But I do need confirmation that, yeah, what you think you did is right, actually. We will wait for you as long as it takes. Just rest well and come back with your... Thank you, Vasant. I won't keep you waiting for long. Trust that. But also happy to catch... I'm very happy that you're here. Sorry about the meh thing. I've been doing a lot of sky staring, so I guess we're all mehing this summer or winter. It could be in the southern hemisphere. We have a lot to detect because your story has a lot to tell. Let that sink in. I've been meaning to go back to your comments on volume, the earlier volumes, Andy. I really appreciate that. As I said, the more time passes, the more I become critical of those. As I mentioned before, the popularity poll thing kind of opened my eyes on some of the flaws in character writing. So there is no point in wallowing, but it did make me feel not that good. And all I can do now is just look ahead and do better. And thankfully, manga is a medium where people who read manga actually have the patience if they like the characters. They're gonna continue even if they see tropes or not like certain aspects here and there, even the art. If there are compelling characters or a compelling plot or certain emotions that hit the reader, they're gonna stick to it and hopefully see the progress with time. I mean, that ginger, when Jad wanted to go back to white. Oh yeah, that one. The excuse he gave Yildar, girls are just cute. To why he loves his sisters more. You know, you mean the excuse that Yildar deduced, right? The way he wanted to go back and undo, but we hadn't even seen a glimpse of him trying to talk to Violet, despite her saying she still loves him, even if just out of habit. Noir's so handsome. The fact, you know, a fake beard to cosplay him, that's gonna be wild. Hating him so much and just still cosplaying him, I'll take that as a compliment. But you know what's funny? See this handsome... I need to find a panel. You know what? If I've managed to finish this spread, I'm gonna sketch a spread. And I think there is a page where I can show you how, with one thing, one little trick, I can make Noir look so bad. Like, even if you don't like how he looks, you're gonna see how bad he looks even more with that one thing, because it happened by accident. I love stuff like that. So yeah, thank you for saying he's handsome. He makes me... I enjoy drawing him a lot. I remember when I started greyis, I used to draw Black a lot, and Black always changes his clothes. White is just all black and stuff like that. And people always said that you love Black more than White. And I always failed to express myself, because it's not loving, it's just the joy of drawing a character that comes to the canvas easily. A character that doesn't mind how they look, doesn't mind, like, his comfort with his belly is very funny across this chapter. He has a very big belly, man. And you would think that it's gonna be hard to draw him doing stuff, but it's so easy, it comes so easy, so like father, like son, I guess. You'd need some wrinkles. Yeah, wrinkles too. I love drawing old people. For some reason, it's easier to draw the structure of an old person's face than whatever White has. Sorry, White. I hope you're resting well, I guess. Thanks for the hydrate. Old Faces has so much more visual interest. Yes. This is Jad and White's music, man. Is Noir wait lighting a cigarette? No. Where were we talking? Oh, Trojan X thread. We were talking about Trojan X, but we mentioned cigarettes, and I commented that I really hope that I'm gonna be transparent here. I was wondering if there is a subconscious, because consciously there isn't, but I was wondering if there is a subconscious symbolism, and Blue actually found one. But I was wondering if there's a subconscious symbolism that I'm doing with cigarettes across the story, because they keep coming up. And when I was thinking if there is a certain symbolism, I was thinking of it because I was wondering, does Noir smoke. Because I personally, when I remember there is a side story that mentions Black's father. Before Black's father became Noir and like because before his time came in the story. So I did have this visual of him having a big belly and smoking, but that kind of hasn't shown itself yet. So I was wondering if there is symbolism for smoking in the story. It's mentioned like Black used to smoke and quickly. White smoked and it's a secret. Oh my god, shocker. White has a secret. Jad, White's mother smokes. Jad's editor, illustrator, Daniel. So I'm wondering, I'm thinking of my volume 11 bingo, and it's very hard, not gonna lie, what I want to see or what I think is gonna appear. I'm very interested in seeing those. But yeah, back to the question. No, it's he's not lighting a cigarette. He's... I hope these shavings can... Carving something, yes. He has another hobby. I mean, if you're not a family man, I guess you do need a hobby. No? Let me fix this. Drawing and craftsman. He has a lot of time in his life because, you know, when you don't have a family, you have a lot of time. Yeah, I'm glad you joined. Thanks for your comments and sharing your comments about Noir. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, Elma. The most unavailable father of all time. You know, I always mention... Let me just... I hope I can find... I don't think it's working. But I always mention being on Alexander, the YouTuber, AJ's streams. He's been here a few times on stream, and they always like he always gets these redeems about characters or makes these comments, and I'm like, I don't remember now, but every time they're talking about fraud characters, I think of Void, but every time they talk about fathers, I'm like, there was a redeem the other day of like 5 characters with daddy issues, and I was so tempted to just, because I don't like to mention my story. He's been reading it, but I don't want to mention it because he reads it on his, like, when he has the time. But I was like, I can't wait for you to progress the story, in hopes that you would have, you would like at least think of these characters, because daddy issues, mommy issues, we have everything. Parent issues all around this story. But yeah, the most unavailable father of all time, that happened on that stream. The funny thing, he is working while he is with his son. What that can tell you. I mean, let's wait and see. Maybe Yildar wants a toy. Maybe Yildar asked him. Let's not jump to conclusions. Let's give Noir the benefit of the doubt. How about that? Hey Blue, welcome. How are you doing? Yeah, it's a Saturday, drawing Saturday stream. We're now teasing chapters. That is like asking to pave the sea. Oh my god. N is determined. Summers, as in summer break, or the season? Glad to hear you're doing good. I'm glad that you like teasers. I only have those these days, but I am trying to work extra fast and get the updates back. I can't wait myself. I meant Yildar asking Noir for something. Oh, I see. Yildar asking... You meant Yildar asking Noir something is like paving the sea? That's very ironic when I'm working on this scene. Very much so. Remember this scene. We'll get back to your comment. Don't feel pressured about working fast, especially when it's... Oh my god, it's been hot. It's been hot. And thank you. I do try to take care of myself and not push myself too hard. I don't work well by pushing myself too hard. But I'm also very excited, so I'm trying to find the middle ground, I guess. We do have guests over as well, family. My nephew asked me if both black and white... He said a lot of things. One of the funniest things he said, because my desk is off limits and he and his sister are very fond of my room. And it's like, when you're older, he doesn't want to say like when I'm dead, but like when I'm older, like way older, can I take your room and finish the story? So we have a prediction of me not being able to finish the story. So my nephew is going to finish the story of Black and White. But yeah, he also asked me if both Black and White are boys, even though he knows that, but he saw the standee, the pixel standee, with Black having a heart on his clothes. So that turned into a huge discussion about... Nephew's gonna know all the secrets. You know, nephew was 1 year old when I told him the entirety of volume 9. I think, yes. And they do know the secrets because, like, I'm working on the I'm drawing, and they're looking at the tablet, and they ask me who's that, and I'm like, this is Black's father, this is Yildar's father, this is Black's brother. So they kind of know all the spoilers. If they read it when they're older, they're like, you're already spoiled, mate. Like AC man? Like AC man, I remember now. The air conditioning. Oh, okay. I was like, who's AC man? Are we talking about the heart on the clothes? AC Man kind of knew the plot of volume 10. For those who don't know, I write stuff on my board, and I was checking, I was moving my AC from one place to another in my room, and I was checking with my security camera on them as they work, because I was interested in how they're gonna, because they throw this ladder from the rooftop to fix the AC unit from outside, and I was just checking that for inspiration, of course. And one of the men were just looking at my board intently, my notes, everything. Welcome back, Andy. For inspiration, White and Ally. White and Ally, don't remind me, please, please. I don't need that horror in my mind right now. Right now I have the horror of Daniel thinking about Kid Yeldar and Kid White. 'Cause yay. Because I accidentally left the kitchen door open and my cat ate my I hope it doesn't have anything that the cat can't eat, but that's adorable. I didn't know you have a cat, Andy. You know what? I'm gonna go back to this panel, but I do need to work on this with this music. We all love a good eye close-up, right? What's this track called? Truth Off? Oh my god, look at this. This is the name of the track? Oh, I think you can see the track's name. Wow. Wow. The cat eats everything? We love cats like that. Doesn't everyone have cats? True? Noir wearing glasses or is... Actually, he doesn't. He doesn't wear glasses. And I did think of him... I think I left these because I did think of him... he should wear glasses because he's old and he's working on something. But then I thought, no, actually. Because I don't know the condition, but you know when old people get... In Arabic, they call it white liquid? I'm not sure what's it called in English. I'm gonna look it up. Because I did think, like, why does Noir not wear glasses? And then I thought, when older people have that condition, it's a very normal condition that happens with age. They can replace your lens or put a lens in your eye, something like that. I'm not sure. It happened to my father. And one of the benefits of that your eyesight resets to the... not resets. Like 2020 becomes 2020, something like that. I need to replay that one because I do finish... I want to finish... No, Bright Future. Truth of... I do want to finish these panels, 2 panels. So yeah, no, he's not wearing glasses, but I did think of it while working on this. Hi, Daniel. Let me see your brain, Daniel. Daniel's brain, man. Noir is definitely having a revelation here. You can say that. Nothing like getting a revelation from your favorite son. Because I don't know what to say. I appreciate how many perspectives you're seeing up Coming volume 11. Ah, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. I really do. Music is spoiling volume 11. I wouldn't have said anything if the music didn't fit too well. And the coincidence was too good. I think smoking grey is tied to control. White isn't confident in his control once he starts smoking. Black quits when Mamser judges his competency to take care of kids in order to show that he can stop smoking at any time. Daniel started smoking in front of White to show that White can't just control every aspect of their interaction. Jandar is on journey to quit smoking for good. Ali smoking shows that someone who seems to be doing well can also take to substances. Wasim smoked because he wanted to make a point that I am not Thai. I am my own person. Oh my god, you know you're onto something, Tam. We had this discussion in Blue, right? In Chojin X thread. Because I was wondering again, and I didn't mention that in the thread, but I was talking earlier in stream about, I was thinking of the seer symbolism, if I have any unintentional symbolism for it, because I was wondering if Noir smokes or not. Because earlier, before I drew him, before he was part of the story, of the main story, I did have the visual of him smoking. He does hit me like the pipe kind of guy, and the social kind of guy, like I smoke socially. But yeah, that's a great one, Tam. I want to screenshot that because it's too good. Or what's even better, I would really appreciate if you copy and paste that in the Discord, because I do feel like it has to be in the Discord. It's so good. Tied to control. Wow. Is Adar going to expose Noir here in a new light for the readers? Yes. 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 Is he? Thanks, Sam. White water, cataract, you mean? I don't know. I'm not sure. I have to look it up. No, just, we need one panel, please. Okay, so today, I'm saying this because we're not talking about anything, but feel free to jump in with greyis stuff. Today, I had some orders to deliver, and I was listening to ORV. So before I went on the drive to deliver them, I was working on this on another spread in this chapter, and I was listening, and there was this moment that I want to share on the Discord in ORV, where I was like, seriously, so this main character is saying these things about another character, and they're so, like, it's you're talking about this arrogant main character, and like, can you look at yourself in the mirror? But then, because I do have this idea about Dokja, but then on the drive I continued the chapter I was listening to, and man, I went something, like, a lot of things clicked, and now I have other opinions, so I can't wait to have some time to share more of these ideas on Discord. Imagine if it's Yeldar. Wait, I think I forgot to read something. Is Yeldar reading from that notebook to Noir? I don't know, but I do have to add a book here, no? Thank you for reminding me. Did I forget to draw something in his hand? I did. Okay. Imagine if it's Yeldar maturing here and Noir realizing it. He's so shocked here, so what would do that? Yeldar maturing? Isn't he mature? What? I didn't get that note. Okay, give me something else. Growing anxiety? No. Oh, yes, actually, post-shock vibes of Death Note is exactly what we need here. You've unlocked hypocrisy? I did. Ah, the chapters I listened to today were so good. As you go on further in the RV, it generally keeps getting better. The earlier chapters aren't the hook ones. They're not at all. I tweeted about it today, and I keep getting called out by Dokja every time he criticizes those who dropped the story, and I'm like, what did you expect? Nothing is hooking me. Don't call me out like that. But then again, it's not my type of story. It's not my genre, so I am excused. Other people reading a ripoff or reading A plagia... A plagia... I forgot the word. A copied work? So they are interested in the genre. So yeah, they're not excused. I am. Plagiarized. See, I can read it. Plagiarized. Horrible word. Thank you, Tam. Maturing as in... Maturing as in a point of contention between them. I'm saying a point of view that he wouldn't... I see. The dynamic is maturing. Give me something good. Plagiarized. What do you expect from a reader who's stuck with 3,000 chapters? This will come back to slap all readers. Oh my god. Listen, today I am emotional, and I'd never imagined that he'd make me emotional, but because I kind of theorized something that made me emotional. Because at some point you start thinking that this dedication cannot, because you know my theory, my original theory of who is the writer and all that. But I mean, that kind of, like, the love he has for the writer. I don't know, man. Here's the thing. I think the audiobook... so I'm always very influenced by the narrator. And I think the audiobook narrator kind of makes Dokja sound the way he looks in the webcomic, which I already mentioned I don't like. So there is something to blame, or there is some blame to put on the narrator. The writer or the writer? You've read ORV, Tam, right? I listened to the narrator out of interest and couldn't see Dokja in it, so struck. Yeah, I didn't see it either. But honestly, there is no other way for me to experience the story and stick to it if it wasn't for it. Especially if I'm gonna continue reading it on stream, I will definitely need it. I would have definitely needed to hear the words. Not the words, the names, I mean. I consumed a lot of the stories through fan edits. That's me. I consumed a lot of stories on Twitter. Not gonna lie. So who here remembers? Because the author and the character designer, was shocked when we revisited chapter 46, Noir's appearance. I was shocked that he actually has earrings. Who here remembers that? I didn't. Yep. 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 Go back and check. I was so surprised. I mean, I guess his glorious hair kind of makes it hidden. Ayo. He does. He does. Chapter 46, yes. I'll take a break once I'm done with the blacks. He really has ear, right? Not noir was something I like in fiction. Not again. And do you like scars? On your fictional men? Go king. Now we need a backstory for those, right? That's how writing happens. War backstory, Andy. The war backstories are in piles. They are in piles. You're gonna get some. He lives in a completely different genre for real. I don't know who said it first, but that is really noir. I mean the earrings. Yes, I meant a backstory for the earrings for sure. He is trying so hard in the wrong. Side note, the tree branch being the third panel on Noir's side is an... Thank you! Thank you! Honestly, Volume 10 with all its content kind of robbed me of something. There were moments where they have just like slow-paced, lingering in the environmental storytelling. It had that, but it was limited. Like, I couldn't go all out as much as I liked because I had to fit in too much events in too many words. So I'm kind of happy that I have the room now. I used to think Doctor's comparison of his life to a genre were goofy, but seeing the comparison made to Noir, I can see the weight of saying someone lives a different genre. Yes, yes. I think one of the first things that clicked in my brain when I started reading ORV is that line. So beautiful, so good. Yes, this is Noir's vibe. Actually, Noir's vibe is this. I have this Finland band. It's called ch81. This is what I keep listening to while writing Noir. I think they sing in Russian. Maynor is like wine, he's gotta age to improve. You and your one-liners, Sam. Maybe. I think White shows that sentiment sometimes between him and Black. I guess this is why they are gonna be a dynamic, right? White and Noir. Sorry, Anne. Recent clipping included? Which one? There's always a tree on Noir's side or on himself. I love trees. Because they hide Noir for you, right? Right, I need... No, like this. Yeah, I do need some definition for the belly. Noir is becoming triified. Subtextual storytelling would be this convo having more Noir panels than Yaldar. Huh. I mean, I love your reading. I love how you read. Okay, I will take a break. We've been like 1 hour 40. You know what? 15 minutes. I'll leave in 2 hours. Not leave. Take a break in 2 hours. So 15 minutes. The backstage one where Black's a singer. That is the sentiment which seems like wine. He's got an age to improve. Oh, that's definitely White Man. Let's do the skin. How about that? I guess skin is good. Yes. Noir and White with ORV thing is complicating me to me, sorry. Not ORV. But the idea of him of wait, Blue, you meant the sentiment Tam mentioned is like wine, improving with age, right? Hey, Silly, welcome. It's been a while. I hope you've been doing well. This music doesn't fit. I'm not sure anymore. I have a one brain cell on stream, so... But you know what? It does work as the different genre. White did live a different genre and... live? Okay, maybe they will bond over that. Now that I understand what you're talking about. What is this? Thanks so for coming, Blue. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I really appreciate it and hope to see you next time. I did beat Buddy Simulator 2 days ago. Yeah. Which reminds me, I need to export it to YouTube. So yeah. Again, thanks a lot for coming. Yes, I did. I'm replaying Zelda Ocarina of Time now. Because I do want to play Majora's Mask and Twilight Princess. So if I ever feel social, you will get a notification to watch me replay something, but not like committing to streaming it as a whole. It will be just out of social needs. I'm surprised. I played it a long time ago. I played it like back when we had one computer. I didn't even have my own computer, I think. So I played it a long time ago using an emulator. But I'm surprised how much I remember now that I'm replaying it. I need to find the pattern for his top, his sweater, I guess. No, wait, let's not do this one. Let's start with this one. I vaguely know Zelda Ocarina Majora's Mask through video analysis, and it seems to have a really profound story in the gameplay. Yeah, I remember I was blown away by Ocarina of Time back then. I wonder how much of it I'll remember, but I can't wait for Majora's Mask. And a lot of games I played and liked mention Majora's Mask as their inspiration, so I can't wait to see what it's all about. I never had owned a Nintendo console, so I always had to rely on emulators, and they weren't reliable back then. They weren't that reliable back then, but thankfully it's easier now. So what should we make this man wear? Nope. Let me look for patterned. Let's see. You know what? I had one, I think Jad wore this pattern before. Okay, let's see. Nope. Yeah, this works. Okay, 2 hours. Let me take a break. Take a break yourself. Just gonna walk around, grab something. And I will be back in 10 to 15. Mar has colors now after taking them from his sons. Wow. N is always ready. I love it. Be right back. Thanks for the hydrate. I'll be right back. I'm sorry this took longer. And thank you for waiting. Thank you. Okay, I think I'm gonna, I'm not feeling toning that much now. So I'm gonna put this on hold for tomorrow morning, sadly, and do some sketching so I can progress. The thing is, there's this part here. I can see, like, I'm hiding it because of spoilers, and I kind of need to see it to balance the grays and blacks in the whole spread. And this is why I'm not gonna waste more time adding stuff and then have to edit it later. So I'm gonna do it off stream. For now, I'm gonna do some sketching from another spread. So, what are we talking about? I need... So I keep the canvas flipped so I can see. I'm playing Genshin in the background and I wish I had Hat Guy as a character in a game to take photos next to a lighthouse for reasons? Sailor lighthouse reasons? Captain reasons? Hatchman reasons? I can guess a few. Oh shoot. I keep staring at the lighthouse. They're so gorgeous. Lighthouses are the best. We love to see it. Hey, I think I've drawn Yildar enough that I know which side is the long hair and which side is the shorter hair now, so yay for unlocking a space in my memory for Yildar. Ildar gets to see the light of the not clickbait. Can you believe it? Are you ready to see a walking, talking Ildar? I'm suddenly interested in to see a list of who is a night owl and who an early bird among greyis cast. That's an interesting one. Ildar is probably both. Not Ildar, sorry. Daniel is probably both. Daniel is everything except social. Oh, Daniel. I yearn to see Yeldar Violet interaction. Would that go in the volume 11 bingo card for you, Tam? You know what? Bingo cards should be one, what do you expect, and one, what do you wish for? Separately? Right, I need to remember, what was his looks again? In the previous page. Hair down. I'm afraid volume 11 is too soon for Yeldar and Violet to meet. Yeldar and Violent. Well, if anybody does a bingo card, create a bingo card, I'd love to see it. That would be easier for me, maybe. The bingo card or Violet and the other? Why is Violet one letter away from Violet? Guess what letter that is? Not guess. Notice what letter that is. Not the N in Bear Noir. Noir only bears these kinds of revelations. I think Anarika would agree to that, Tam, about violent. I'd love to have Anoi for this violent idea. For this violent idea. Noir and White would do a hair product commercial. Listen, I still need to draw Amir as the dead wife in the beginning of the movie meme, and then I'll think of this one. That's the dynamic, working for a hair product commercial. That's the other genre of their life. Noir isn't handsome just when he is old. He is also when he was so young, even before chapter 57. Was he? You know, there's this photo of him in chapter 66. That one time, oh wait. Okay. Hmm? Okay. That one scene with Yaldar writing in his diary. There is this photo of Noir, and my friend's reaction was, I'm glad that he has a beard now because he looks awful. His face is very, like, he has a very square chin. The genre where the men in shadows, French black and white, come into the spotlight. I came across another photo of him in my phone that made me think like that. I'm glad to hear that, I guess. Because I always thought that he doesn't look good. There is the extras in volume 8 do have one that he looks extremely like Black, but with black hair. And I mentioned back then that, remember the scene where Black goes back home when Violet had her scan? And he sees her and runs towards her. I haven't still shared Violet's point of view. Maybe it's gonna be a clip, not a clipping, but like a side story or something. Or maybe she's gonna mention it. But I do think that the minute she saw Black, she saw younger Noir first. Even though he has, because he has a beanie, so his hair is hidden. You know what? This is a good face that I'm gonna... Thing is, I think, if I remember correctly, I started with a certain placement for them. And then it changed. So I'm trying to remember. Keeping a photo of Noir to point at when someone asks who's Opal and Greyis, I was wondering, like, you do have photos of Noir in your phone. Okay, I'm gonna leave this one for a bit. Wait, so he's looking like this. I did that actually once. Hey Oslan, welcome. Chapter 81, yes. I hope you've been doing well. Yelda desperately avoiding eye contact with Noir looks at him. This is a very, very, very sharp remark, Tam, so early on. Because I was wondering if it's gonna, because the thing is, I have this thing that in general, like it's in all anime, but I kind of use it a lot. You know, when someone is looking at another person and that person isn't looking at them, and then they look at them and they look away, you can't really capture the fastness of that in manga. So I was wondering if it's gonna be noticeable how avoidant he is. Looking forward to Noir and Eldar interaction. I'm looking forward to sharing them. I really hope all of this pays off. I can't wait to hear your opinions. With and without dialogue, the tension between them. Thank you, thank you. I try. And this is the beauty. Like, I love when there are pages that I can actually stream because you see things without the text. Text can distract a lot because you follow text mainly when you write, when you read manga. So it's nice to see it without the text. See why when you feel like I am in love with noir, it's because of this. It's like black. I can draw him from any angle so quickly. They are just too cooperative. I think it's what's shown in the panels where the dark interacts with noir. I'm glad to hear that. I really wanted that thing to be noticeable, so I hope it does. I really stuck it that the manga pages sync aside from the text. I focus on the text, and it's probably to my deterrent when reading manga. Thing is, good manga artists, and like even not so good, like not the goats of manga creation, have moments where they can actually make you read or subconsciously read the visuals while you're reading the text. I actually attended this lecture. They gave us a lecture in Japan about the brain and how the brain works, and they brought in this researcher that actually researches the brain and how the brain functions, because they're very interested. It was the chief editor of he's an ex-chief editor of Shonen Jump. He now is the chief editor of another magazine, and he's very interested in this, especially from a Japanese lens, because not only they read from right to left, but they also read the text from up down. And we watched this whole lecture about how the brain reads things, especially visually, and it helps a lot. It helps a lot to know these things, because you know how much, or how little, or how much you add to the page, without being it. I don't do that too well myself, because I do love. Or not do love. I naturally add a lot of details. But yeah, like especially when they showed us some slides. I have these slides somewhere, like how you put certain shapes, certain number of shapes, and how the brain connects them. All these things that are used usually in optical illusion games and stuff. But they came to it from a manga creation point of view, and how to make the reader subconsciously read things while they're reading the text. It was very cool. Learning more about the brain functions in order to make manga pages more immersive. Yes. I love, if I go again to Japan, I'd love to request a meeting, a meeting appointment with the chief editor of Comic Zenin, because I love that man. He's very passionate about manga, and he's an editor, so he's interested in it. He's really interested in it without creating it himself. Where is your belly, sir? Sir? We're losing the belly. You're definitely not losing the belly now. Maybe never. Did they have an interpreter, or was it in Japanese? It's only, yeah, they had an interpreter, and they gave us the slide in English. Maybe Noir is wearing a body shaping garment underneath. Ildar avoiding looking at Noir is what gave me the feeling that he doesn't like talking to him. He opened chapter 53 and yeah, Ildar was avoiding eye contact. At all times. At all times. There's so much I wonder about them. It's really interesting dynamic. Like, if Noir had a heart-to-heart moment with Yildar, like White and Jad, like, he actually apologized and acknowledges his wrongdoings, would it even change anything or matter to Yildar at this point? I am shaking. Not quite literally. I'm figuratively, internally shaking with this excitement. My god. What a beautiful message. Each relationship requires something different to mend the cracks. I don't think, yeah, we didn't have discussion streams when this released, when that chapter released, which is chapter 67 and a half. Have we ever discussed what do you all think about Yeldar giving Inad his journal to give to Black? I'm not that convinced my feelings that Ildar doesn't like talking to Noir. And I'm trying to masterfully dodge commenting on that. Trying, at least. I get the vibe that Ildar seems to take enjoyment in the conversation despite annoyance. It's so crazy, I can't even make up my mind about it. You know what I love? Yeldar gives off this feeling, even though he has the most poker-faced face ever. Everybody's reactions to him always makes me feel like... You know these characters that are like gestures? We think of Inad like that. But the way Yeldar acts is like, leaves you like, what is your end goal, dude? What are you... What? You know? I avoided thinking about Yeldar's intent behind giving Inad the notebook in order to pass it to Black. He did say that he wants Black to know that he hates him. Do you buy it? Do you not buy it? The concept of playing a game? Yeah, I mean, look at him. He's a gamer. He's a Reddit gamer. Exactly, what do you want, man? Like, do you genuinely want to hurt or to heal Black through this? I don't know your motive. Maybe Yeldar is the Hisoka all along. I want to move this, like visually, I want to move this here up, but I'm not sure about the text, where it goes. So I'm gonna trust my past self that when I decided to have him here, it's because there's text and I need the space. Sometimes I see it. I mean, because... You know? We need birds. Oh, these are cute. We don't want cute birds around these two. We need like serious birds, you know? Migrating birds, how about that? Maybe crows. You know what we want? Karasno. Where is Karasno? How is Haikyuu? I love your commentary. Andy. Oh wait, let me see. When does... I need to just search something. When do birds migrate in the southern hemisphere? It should be like the same. They do range of movements. Like give me month, because I do have months in this chapter. I'm doing the craziest thing and actually using time. Because logically they shouldn't migrate, but there are reasons that birds migrate from the southern hemisphere. Their patterns are often shorter and heavily driven by rainfall. Okay. Because what I want is, what I decided on when I storyboarded this is I want the birds' shadows to cover them as well. So, bird shadow. We'll go back to this. Let me just finish these. My brother stole my laptop last week and now I can't do live haiku reactions anymore. No! Few days, we can wait few days. It's giving me too many thoughts about myself that I can't even fit all of them in my commentary. Like greyis. Putting haiku and greyis and haiku music titled Trauma just showing up when you're connecting greyis and haiku? Cinema. But the thing is, yeah, haiku is great for that. Just sitting with this sort of feeling is very empowering, if that makes sense. Yeah, haiku is the best story for sitting with yourself. And I love, like when I gave a talk at a high school and the librarian asked me for recommendations of manga to bring to the library, and I didn't even give them my books, so they don't have them. So I should be like marketing wise, like, oh, get greyis, but I didn't. I only recommended haiku. Haiku? Just today I was telling my sister, my nephew is 7 years old, and I told my sister, so I heard that there's an Arabic dub of this anime. So if you ever catch it, let him watch it. Even though I do prefer for him to be older. But maybe if he watched it now, he can revisit it through the nostalgia lens and understand it more as a teenager. Haikyuu is the best. No, Andy. Andy got an ad. Okay. Take your time. Unreal timing for the ad. Nephew is as old as the time I have been reading Grey. Really? Did you get anything? Wow. Wait, does he say anything here? Let me check the... Yes. Oh, as old as the time I read that wrong. I thought you meant you started reading Greyis as the same age as my nephew, which is 7 years old, and that scared me. Sorry for misunderstanding. My bad. Welcome back, Andy. So yeah, Haikyuu is great, honestly. Haikyuu is probably the only story I'd recommend to anyone. So many lessons, so many characters, so many... Timer is off, I guess. That's what you meant, but did you get anything from it? Yes. Actually, it is the Understand the World and Yourself anime. Yes. I'm really glad I decided to try again at this age and not let it simmer for more, because I really think it's good for teenagers. Big kudos for you to recommending it to the library. Thank you. I really think that it's needed in any school library. And please, once you... Like, I wanted to start watching with you. But clearly I have bigger problems to deal with, you know? But yeah, I hope you catch up to all that is out there in anime format and continue with the manga. One cell brain, 100%. That's the stream brain. Yes, I'm dealing with those. What do you expect? Can I watch Haikyuu while I'm dealing with these? Some would argue that yes, I need to deal with Haikyuu when I'm working on this. But then that's how the get along shirt drawing happened, because I needed the relief. I needed cute faces, which, by the way, silly, you know, when I drew black that in that picture, I don't know why I thought of you. There are certain faces that when I drew, I think of certain people, and I thought of silly when I drew that black. Thanks for the follow. Ragtime vibes? I was gonna say Rage Time vibes, which I'm all for. Rage Time vibes. The Zoom saying the bigger problem is Noir. He is taking all of the screen, right? Noir made you awake at midnight. Yes, yes. Noir did make me stay up. I slept at 3 a.m. that night? And his firstborn. His firstborn. Can you believe it? Anyway, so I guess let's end it here. 3 hours and 14 minutes. That's a good enough one. And I did manage, like, I didn't finish the toning, I didn't finish the sketching, but not much is left. And it looks like Ozlin predicted a heart-to-heart, and I don't know, if you go by these expressions, you might be able to wish for a heart-to-heart in this scene. Yildar stealing glances reminds me of someone, you know? Those... Okay, before I leave you, do you really want the proper teaser in this? I really wanted to draw this, sketch it live. But my time ran out, and I don't think anybody caught it. So let's zoom in and increase the opacity and try to decipher my storyboarding. I think it's clear enough. Is it decipherable? It is decipherable then. There should be an arm here, you know. A little too late for them, perhaps. But sure, I guess. Physical contact. We never thought about Yildar. Does he like physical contact? Does he not like it? We know he likes to give it a certain type. For him to do the physical contact, but not the eye contact. I love Silly's reactions. Hey, hi. Hi, Andy. Hi, Tam. I do have a banger line to reply to Tam on today's clipping, so I look forward to that. And I'll catch up with Discord, hopefully. Thanks a lot for coming. I really appreciate it. And let's meet again. I don't know. See you around. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Bye-bye.